Excellent. So, good evening and welcome. Thanks for coming. If you're going to use a playlist, this is a good time to start it. So today I want to really focus on gratitude as we flow. Gratitude for our bodies and breath especially. Something we tend to take for granted. So as we get started today, I want to start in a seated position. So finding any comfortable seat and kind of letting yourself settle onto the mat. And trying to stack your shoulders above your hips. And finding either a soft gaze or letting your eyes close. And really bringing awareness first to the breath. And not changing it, but just noticing it. How does it feel? Does it feel soft or is it more vigorous? What's the temperature of your breath? Does it feel cool? Does it feel warm? Do you notice a different sensation on the inhale and the exhale? What is the sound of your breath? Is it more quiet or more audible? And feeling your body today. Just taking that mental tour of your body. Today may be a day that you want to really have a vigorous flow, or maybe you want to have it more restorative. And that's the beauty of yoga. You have permission to take this wherever you want to. Do just a little breath work starting out. We're going to take what I like to call triangle breathing. So just visualize a triangle. Inhale along one leg. Holding the breath along the second leg. Exhale along the third leg. Inhale down. Holding across. And exhale up. Just continuing this breath pattern for a few rounds. And that's a funny thing about life. Once you begin to become more aware of all the things you're grateful for, you really lose the awareness for all the things that you thought that you were lacking before. And if your eyes are closed, letting them flutter open. I'll start out with a twist, taking the right hand behind, and the left hand comes to the right knee. With the inhale, a tall spine. Exhale, letting yourself twist, not too deeply. Letting it be just enough that you're getting a gentle stretch. And coming to center, keeping that left hand on the right knee, taking the right hand on the left knee, and we'll fold forward. Just sinking a little bit into the hips. Inhale up, keeping right hand on left knee, left hand comes behind, finding that nice gentle twist to the left. And coming forward, left hand comes to right knee, we'll fold forward again. Rising back up, we're finding our way to tabletop. We're going to start out with just a little wrist stretch if it's comfortable. So taking the hands, bringing them around to the side, and fingers facing the knees. A nice way to stretch the wrists. If this feels too intense, you can pivot the hands a little bit toward the sides. And if you don't like that at all, just bringing them to the traditional position. Take a few breaths here, maybe a gentle rock forward and back. And we'll pivot the hands toward the front. So you come to cat pose, arching the back, exhaling. Inhale into cow. Letting the breath feel the belly, letting it fall. Exhale the cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Flowing 3 more rounds. Really free forming this, taking any shape. Feeling free to rock hips. Gazing over shoulders. And coming back to our tabletop. And extend the right hand out and the left leg behind. Coming to awkward airplane. We'll send the arm and leg out to the side, so we're making a 90-degree angle with the body. Really engaging the core, drawing that belly button to spine. And extending arm and leg. Bringing the knee down, we're going to come into threading the needle. So right arm comes out to the side, gazing up to the hand. As we exhale, sending that hand under that window that you've made with your left hand. You can set your shoulder and temple on the mat or on a block. Left hand can stay where it is, maybe extending it toward the front or even wrapping it around your back. Just giving a little love to the shoulders and the back. Plant the left hand under, rooting in, releasing the right arm up, and planting it down. Extending left arm and right leg. Taking awkward airplane. Bringing the limbs out to the side. Extending arm and leg. And bringing the knee to the mat. Left arm comes up. And the exhale, threading the needle. So exploring whatever arm variation feels good. And planting the right hand under, releasing the left arm, placing it onto the mat. As we tuck toes, we'll press back to down dog. Taking this first down dog, taking time to warm up, letting those hips float up and back. Heels reach toward the mat. Maybe rocking hips, maybe bending knees one at a time. Rock forward to a plank, coming all the way down to your belly. Tops of the feet are on the mat. As we set up for Sphinx, we're making a nice 11 with the arms, really pressing into the hands and the forearms, and drawing the chest forward like a Sphinx. That gaze maybe a couple feet in front of you. Just starting to gently warm up the back. If you want to look side to side, if that feels good on your neck, that might be nice. Lowering down. We're going to come into Cobra, sliding the hands so that they're under the shoulders. Inhale. Coming up to the Cobra of your choice. Elbows can be bent as deeply or as lightly as you'd like. Coming back down. One more if you'd like. Up dog, sliding the hands back even further, about another handprint. As you're pressing up, pressing the tops of the feet in the mat, lifting the thighs. So we exhale, coming back to down dog. Walking the feet to the top of the mat. For ragdoll, clasping hands behind your back, maybe grabbing a towel or strap if that feels better with your shoulders. Going to really work on opening the chest today, the heart. Maybe swaying a little bit side to side. Releasing the hands, walking the feet together. As you root into the feet, inhale, rising the mountain pose. Maybe taking a little back bend. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Pausing for a moment to set an intention for your practice. Inhale, arms sweep up to mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back to high plank. With elbows reaching back, lowering down, halfway to chaturanga or all the way to the belly. Tops of the feet, inhale, rise, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take this one breath per movement as we flow our sunnays. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through, gazing forward on the inhale. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just take a round of breath to really assess how you feel, knowing you can play your edge, ratcheting it up a bit, or you can take it back. It's always honoring what you need today. As you rise up on toes, bending knees, gazing forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming to our chair pose, letting the hips sink back. Taking time to adjust. Maybe your feet would feel better, a little bit wider. Maybe the hands would rather be at heart center or taking a wide V or a wide Y. Wherever you are, making sure you can see your toes. You want to rock most of the weight into the heels. Just creating that strength and creating the heat. And the next exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts on the inhale, foot flex, really drawing out of the hip socket. Exhale, step forward, warrior one. Lining up the heels, back foot is out at an angle anywhere, I would say from about 40 to 60 degrees. Trying to square your heart toward the front of the mat. Feeling the feet strongly rooted. Warrior two on the exhale, back foot pivots. And taking time to adjust your feet so that your front heel bisects the arch of your back foot. Nice strong gaze over the index finger. Flipping the palm up, inhale, reverse warrior. Let your gaze rise up to your hand or lower to your back foot. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Always an option to float the leg. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, warrior one. Floating up on the inhale, shining your heart toward the front of your space. Making sure you can feel that knife edge of both feet rooted to the mat. Warrior two on the exhale. You stack shoulders above hips. Maybe sinking a little further. The inhale, the palm flips up, reversing your warrior. The right hand can rest on your thigh. You can tuck behind your back. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll flow through our sun bees, one breath per movement. Again, taking this at your own breath. So gaze forward on the inhale, exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming to chair pose for just 3 breaths. Maybe lowering it just a bit further, knowing we're almost done with this chair. And releasing, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling right leg. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, warrior 1. Rising up on the inhale. Warrior 2 on the exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, rise. Open, warrior 2 on the exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, left leg lifts. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing here, letting yourself reset. Just taking a moment to listen to your breath, and feel your breath. Noticing any changes. Noticing how your body feels. Our next inhale, we'll extend the right leg behind. Bend the knee, opening the hip. Maybe finding some movement here if that feels good. You're rolling your hip or your knee or your ankle. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Coming across the body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, low lunge. Right foot steps between the hands. We root into the left hand as the right hand reaches up. Finding a twist. Trying to come out of this bottom arm, protecting the shoulder by rising out. And closing the right hand down. Stepping the left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Exhale, cactus arms. You're making that cactus or goalpost shape. Nice white fingers. Maybe drawing that gaze a little higher up if that feels good. We're trying to create some strength or length and openness across the chest. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, coming into chair. Maybe taking it down another centimeter. Next exhale, we'll twist to the right, hooking left elbow over right knee. Hands at heart center. As we shift weight into the right foot, we'll step that left foot back. Opening the arms for the ceiling is an option here as well. And pivoting to the front, planting hands, stepping back to down dog or taking your vinyasa. Inhaling left leg, letting it bend, stacking the hips, trying to get nice release on the front of the body. Can feel really good after a long day at work or at school. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward for a low lunge. Hands frame the foot. Right hand roots into the mat as the left hand reaches up. Letting the gaze follow the hand. I'm trying to grow out of that right shoulder, not sink into it. And exhale, planting the hand, stepping the right foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. And exhale, cactusing the arms. As you breathe, almost imagine your chest is floating up like a balloon with each inhale. Maybe the breath is creating more space between your ribs. Inhale, straighten the arms. We'll sink down into our chair pose. Letting hands come to heart center. Exhale, twisting left. The hands can rest at heart center. They can open floor to ceiling. Just listening to your body. Rooting into that right foot, stepping the left foot back. Rooting into the left foot, stepping the right foot back. Sorry about that. And planting hands. We'll step back to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, low lunge. So it's the right foot steps between the hands. This time, bringing that left knee down. And you can keep the foot tucked or the top of the foot on the mat. We're going to bring the hands, small of the back, clasping them. And starting to open the chest by rolling the shoulders back, opening the heart. Just depending how your body feels, you may want to keep your neck in line with your spine, or you may want to drop your head back. And tucking that toe, we're going to rise up to a crescent with the arms clasped. Releasing the hands, or keeping the hands. Oh, we'll release the hands. Cactusing the hands, gazing up. Giving those hands a little break. We're going to clasp them behind again. This time coming into airplane with clasped hands. Launching off, balancing on the right foot. As that left foot flexes, try to square the hips. If you'd like to take this further, coming into toppling tree, just letting your head come lower and your foot come higher. And stepping back to our crescent, releasing hands. Right hand sweeps behind, twisting. You can direct that gaze wherever you'd like, whether it's toward your back hand or toward the side. And the next inhale, we're going to pivot around to warrior two. Exhale to the side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel hands, take a vinyasa, or step back to down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, low lunge. So left foot steps back, right knee comes down. I'm gonna find that clasp behind again. As you roll the shoulders open, finding that gaze come up. And tucking the back toe as we prepare to rise up to our crescent. The hands clasped, and that gaze fall maybe a little bit higher up. Release the hands, give them a break. Finding our cactus arms. We're still broadening the chest, but taking a little pressure off the hands. And bringing the hands behind again, clasping them as we come into our airplane with our hands clasped. Launch forward, balancing on the left leg. I always like to keep a little bend, if not more, in my standing leg. It helps to protect the knee. And stepping back to crescent. Twisting open. Open crescent twist. What? Tongue twister. Inhale, coming around to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. And that left arm can be resting gently on the thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands. Take a vinyasa or step back to down dog. Inhaling right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Taking a moment, giving yourself opportunity to readjust this warrior two. Maybe you need to come a little bit longer if you find your knee is coming out beyond your ankle. We'll find your way to extended side angle. Maybe taking a different shape this time. If you'd like to take that bind or half bind, flipping the palm so it's facing away from you. Hand can come to the small of your back. Maybe reaching between your legs to clasp hands. If you're craving more core, maybe extending that arm toward the front or to the side. If you found yourself in a clasp or a bind, and release that. As we inhale, we're going to come to a reverse triangle. Straightening the right leg, arms sweeping up. And finding triangle. Right hand reaches forward to the front of your space. And tipping, letting the hand come to your shin, to your ankle, your foot's a block. Wherever you are, making sure your shoulders are stacked. It honestly doesn't matter how high or low the hand is. We're looking to a place where you can keep your alignment safe, your spine straight, and your core engaged. From here, we're going to transition into our half moon. So we start to bend into the right knee, maybe popping that left foot a bit closer, planting the right hand, and kicking off with the left foot. Flexing the foot can help. If balance is shaky today, that left hand on your hip may feel good. If you'd like to work more on a different balance, maybe bringing that right hand up, maybe taking a sugar cane. Releasing, stepping back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands. Take a vinyasa or step back to down dog. Inhaling left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Again, setting up your warrior two, feeling steady, feeling deep. To come into our extended side angle. It's creating the shape and the story you want on this side, knowing it will be different. The experience will be different, whether the shape looks the same or not. If you found a bind, letting yourself release. As we inhale, reversing our triangle. Left leg straightens, left arm comes overhead. Coming to triangle pose, arms coming parallel to the earth. Reaching the left hand forward. Creating that nice straight line from fingertip to fingertip. Again, not worrying where that hand is placed. As we come into our half moon, maybe toe heeling that right foot a bit forward, bending into the left knee, planting the left hand as you rise up. And taking the side where you'd like to take it. On the next inhale, we'll step back, reversing our warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands. Flow your vinyasa or step back to down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Gonna clasp hands. Taking a little side bend, we'll take 2 rounds of this. So we exhale, bringing hands to the right. Be feeling the left side of the body, maybe feeling it grow or soften. Inhale through center. So we exhale, bending left. The next round, you feel free to step behind, creating a little bit more length if that's calling out. Inhaling to center. As we exhale to the right, if you'd like to step the left foot behind, feel free to take that. Sometimes this can feel good, sometimes not. Inhale to center. Exhale, bending left. Maybe the right foot steps behind. Coming back to our mountain pose and bringing hands to heart center. Shifting weight onto the right foot. We're going to come into tree. We're placing that left foot on the right thigh, or the calf, or the ankle. I like to visualize pushing the foot against the leg and the leg back against the foot, just to create a nice strong base, almost like a column or a pillar for a building. The hands can stay at your heart. They can grow toward the ceiling. Maybe taking that cactus shape or tucking the hands behind your back. Finding a drishti, your focal point for balance, for breath. And we'll start to draw that left knee forward. As we exhale, stepping it back. Warrior 2. Preparing for our humble warrior, we'll clasp the hands behind. We've been doing this a lot, so this may start to feel pretty good. As we draw the fists down, gazing up on the inhale, your exhale, lowering the head. Letting the hands float up if that feels good. Maybe sinking that right shoulder inside the right knee. Inhale, rising up, releasing the hands, pivoting the feet to the left side. We're going to come into Prasarita. So I'm just continuing with this nice deep hip opening. If it feels good with the hands clasped behind, continue with that. Feel free to take that. If this does not feel good on your shoulders, placing hands on the mat in front of you. We're trying to let everything go in this pose. Think of this as a resting pose. Have a passive hip opener and shoulder opener. Just feeling your body melting toward the mat. Releasing the hands, if you haven't, planting them on the mat under shoulders. Right hand plants in the center. Twisting as the left hand reaches up, letting that gaze follow the hand. And sweeping the left hand down where the right hand was as the right hand opens. And placing the right hand down. We'll walk hands to the top of the mat. Stepping the right foot back. Pressing back to down dog or taking a vinyasa. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, hop lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. The exhale, we're going to cactus the arms. Maybe noticing if you find more opening, more mobility here, maybe more softness. Arms reaching up, inhale. Bringing hands to heart center as we set up for tree. This time rooting into the left foot for balance. As you feel all four corners rooted to the mat, and bringing that right foot to a spot on the left leg. Embracing wiggles, any wobbles. Just opportunities for our body to create strength and stability. Starting to draw the right knee forward. We'll step back to warrior two. As we prepare for humble warrior, finding that clasp again, drawing the hands down, shoulders open. As we exhale, sinking inside the left knee. Feeling the strength and the rooting of your feet. And the inhale will rise up, using your core, using your thighs. Pivoting the feet to the right side of the mat. So we come into Prasarita. Knowing you can keep the clasp or you can release it, bringing hands in front. If you feel like you're not getting anything here, you can always walk the feet closer. So it just gives you more space or more height to sink into. Depending what you need today. Releasing the hands, placing them under the shoulders. We're going to walk the hands to the top of the mat. Stepping the right foot forward, coming into Malasana. So our feet are about mat width apart, heels in, toes out. Bringing hands to heart center. Staying in Malasana is a great place to be. If you'd like to come into crow, working on an arm balance, this is a great time to do that. And if you have a different arm balance you'd like, feel free to go there. We'll plant hands on the mat, shoulder width, nice, strong, wide fingers, knees on triceps. Starting to gaze forward, maybe lifting one foot and the other, maybe both. Knowing there's no musts, there's no rights or wrongs, just taking what feels right today. And then when you're done, coming into a child's pose. Be a great time to catch a drink of water. Assess your breath again. Noticing any changes, the temperature, and the speed, the sound. Listening to your body. The areas that you brought attention to before, do they feel different? We'll find our way back to down dog. As we inhale the right leg behind, finding our fallen star, the right knee comes in toward the chest, sending it out left hand lifts. And here you can set it on the mat, you can lift it, you can pulse it, You can take crunches if that's your thing. So coming where you need to go here. Let's listen to how much heat you want to discharge and how much softness you prefer. Bringing the left hand down, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee toward right wrist. Extending that left leg behind. And starting on tall arms. Giving yourself a chance to really adjust. When you're ready, folding over, just surrendering onto the mat. If this causes any discomfort to your knee, coming onto your back into a figure four is an equally great option. Just letting your breath sweep through your hip, letting your exhale get rid of any tension or stress. One more breath here. Bringing hands back into the mat, tucking the left toe, extending the right leg, shaking it out, maybe bending it for a second. And sending it down. Inhaling the left leg, take and fallen star, come into chest, shooting it out to the right. Knowing the side will probably look and feel different depending on how your shoulder feels, your knee feels, many other factors, maybe the dimensions of your room. And the right hand comes down, extending the left leg. As we enter half pigeon, drawing that left knee forward and giving yourself time to straighten out on the mat. Starting out with the heart shining forward. Just releasing over the shin. And trying to square the hips. What can you release in this pose? What can you let go? And starting to crawl the hands back under. Coming back to three-legged dog, maybe bending the knee, shaking the hip open. Both feet onto the mat. Rock forward to plank. Coming into a side plank. Coming to forearms is a great option. Knees down is a great option as well. We'll start out with the right hand coming to center, just a couple inches in front of the shoulder. As we pivot open, your feet can be stacked. They can be staggered. You can lift a leg. You can bring a knee down. Just trying to float the hips up, making a little mini rainbow with your body wherever you are. And coming back to plank. Taking the left side. Just trying to engage every muscle in your body here. And returning the right hand. Going to come all the way down to your belly. Tops of the feet on the mat. I'm going to bring hands behind, clasping hands on the small of your back. We're taking a locust with the hands clasped. So inhale, chin, chest, come up, pulling the fists back, drawing the shoulders open, maybe lifting the feet up. This can sometimes cause a little bit of adrenaline rush, making sure you're breathing instead of holding your breath. Sometimes these heart openers can make us feel just a little bit more vulnerable. Releasing down, placing right cheek on the mat, releasing the hands. We'll be taking 2 more locusts. The option to take the same variation, to take a locust with the arms reaching back, to take bow pose, bending the knees, capturing feet or ankles, finding your preferred locust as we inhale, drawing chin, chest up. If you're taking bow, kicking feet into your hands, really opening the chest. You may find you're rocking a little bit on the inhale and the exhale. Perfectly normal. Releasing left cheek, rest on the mat. Swaying knees side to side like windshield wipers. And taking that last locust. One other option I forgot to mention, you could take superhero, arms reaching forward. So taking what you want here, and on the inhale, we'll take our last locust, just strengthening the entire back of the body. And releasing down, placing your cheek on the mat. As we come into spatula, extend the left arm out, right hand under right shoulder. So as you roll to the left, the right shoulder and hip will point up. You can stack legs, you can step that right foot behind. You can even take that right hand and reach behind if you'd like. Maybe even taking a clasp if that sounds interesting. And coming back to center, taking this on the other side, extending the right arm, rolling over to the right, stepping that left foot behind or stacking the legs. I'm just searching for a little bit of softness across the chest and in the shoulder. And coming back to center. And pressing into a child's pose. We'll be here for just a couple of breaths. Just long enough to act as a counter pose to the back openings with locust. We'll start to walk hands toward the knees. As we come up onto tall knees for camel pose. In camel, you can have the tops of your feet on the mat. You can tuck the toes. And starting out with the hands, almost like they're in that back pocket, is a great place to start. And if it feels comfortable to you, you can reach back one heel at a time, maybe reaching for both. And here, that neck placement really depends on your own physiology. Some people like the head to drop back. Some people it feels better to keep it straight in line with their spine. Carefully coming out, sitting on the heels. I'll sweep the hips over to the side, drawing the legs in front, knees bent, feet on the mat. So we come onto the mat with our backs, preparing for bridge. I'm going to cue a different variation for the first bridge. Arms overhead. So we're really pressing into the feet as we lift the hips up. No help from our arms. I like to engage my glutes to help protect my low spine. Always keeping that gaze up. You want to keep the neck in a safe position, not looking side to side. Lowering the spine down, the arms can come to the side. And we'll take one more. You can take a wheel if you'd like to take that. You can take traditional bridge. As you exhale, bringing the hips up. If you taking the traditional bridge, maybe crawling shoulders under, drawing the fist towards your feet. Releasing the hands, returning the spine to the mat, giving the knees a hug, finding a little bit of movement to massage your spine. Maybe back and forth, maybe circles. And extending the legs up, perpendicular to the body. I'm going to do just a little bit of core before we do our inversion. Our fingers facing the toes, trying to keep the legs where they are and the fingers reaching for the toes. We'll pulse 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing the spine onto the mat, staying here for candlestick, coming up to shoulder stand. If you have a head or handstand you'd like to go into, you feel safe, feel free to go there. If you're taking shoulder stand, making sure you're supporting your lower back with your hands, and I like to crawl the shoulders, or the elbows actually, just a little bit closer together to give a little bit more support to the shoulder girdle. Just finding that spot where your feet feel like they're floating effortlessly. As we come out of this pose, if you took a shoulder stand, toes can touch down overhead for plow as you release. If you took a head or handstand, you may want to come to child's pose. Bringing the knees into the chest, rocking a little bit side to side. And planting feet onto the mat, coming into our Supta Baddha Konasana. It's melting the soles of the feet together. As the knees come out to the side. Placing a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Just listening to and feeling your breath. Maybe noticing any subtle changes. And letting your body release and take up as much space as you'd like on the mat. Bringing the hands to the outside of the legs, drawing the knees together. So come into our supine twist. The knees will stack above the hips. Arms can come out like a T or a cactus. As the knees start to rock over to the left, they can stack. You can cross the right leg over the left. Gaze can be at the ceiling or to the right. Just try and let your body soften toward the mat. With no expectation or no end point. Just enjoying the sensation. And just center, uncrossing the legs if they're crossed. As we take our twist to the second side, taking that same shape. And just enjoying and embracing that feeling of ease. And coming back to center. One final squeeze, one final hug. Thanking your body for the breath and the movement. And releasing for Shavasana. Legs can extend out. Your knees can be bent. You can come to a comfortable seat. Starting to bring awareness to your body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling out wrists and ankles. And with your inhale, extending your arms above your head, finding a gentle stretch. And drawing in a nice fresh breath. And with the exhale, bending knees. As you roll over to one side. Setting your head on your arm. And letting your breath deepen. Your awareness deepen. When you're ready, coming up to a comfortable seat. And I'd like to share this with you. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. It turns denial into acceptance. It turns chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. With your hands together in prayer position, bringing them up to third eye center, wishing you peace in your thoughts, and bringing hands to lips, wishing you peace in your words, and drawing hands to heart center, wishing you peace in your heart. And together, as we bow forward, we seal our practice. Namaste.